Hello everyone, it is Rebecca here and welcome back to my channel. You're not mistaken, it has been a while. I just haven't felt like being up in front of a camera. There's been stuff going on in my personal life and then the whole virus situation has happened. So I thought I would share a little catch up where I've been. Nowhere, no one has been anywhere, let's be real here. Where I've been, what I've been up to, what I've been reading, that kind of thing. And yeah, let's just jump straight into it. So this feels really weird. It's nice to see my camera still really hates me because I have been trying to film this for a while. Yeah, I'm a little bit out of practice. I am feeling a little bit awkward and I felt like I needed to just get this out and get this off my chest and feel a little bit better, take a deep breath. So I have been experiencing like anxious nerve feelings. My parents were on holiday. They went middle of March and they got stuck in Spain. So when they went to Spain, there was nothing. This is what really confused me. There was nothing on the news about other countries other than China and Italy's situations in terms of this virus compared to us and the US and where our, plans are heading in terms of the curve. So there was nothing mentioned really about other countries in Europe. So my family they went away as normal. They were there 24 hours, went to a bar and were told basically after midnight this bar is closing because we will get fined and we will lose our license. There is an encouraged lockdown. It's not enforced, it is encouraged. By Monday it will be enforced. So they left on the Thursday. By the Friday night they were basically being told make the most of it because come Monday that's it, there's going to be fines if you leave other than to go shopping. So they rang me, they were like, look, this is the situation, the flights are still showing us going ahead and all that. So they just carried on as normal. And then Sunday to Monday came around, the whole country was like, oh my god, Spain's gonna lock down, what is happening, Spain's gonna lock down, this country's planning it, this country's planning it, oh my god, why aren't we doing that, that kind of thing. And it all just blew up massively and I was left at home going, so how do I get my parents home? Their flight company decided they were still running certain flights. This was before the flight ban came out. So they were still running certain flights and their flight was one of them. Therefore, if they cancelled, they would lose the money. Whereas if the airline cancelled, they would get their money back. So it was a bit of a catch-22 for them. It wasn't really. They didn't want to lose out on that money. So they were like, right, okay, we are where we are, we're safe. We're not paying for a villa. Like, we're not like through like a holiday company, like a package deal. We're not in a hotel. We're in a villa. So we're fine. We can stay here as long as we need to. And then their flight got cancelled. So realistically, if their flight gets cancelled, the airline should then say, look, your flight's been cancelled. Here's your replacement flight. Get on one of them. No, it took their friend to contact them and go, how are you getting home because your flight's been cancelled? For them to find out their flight was cancelled. £600 later, they flew home 24 hours later on a very fancy British Airways business class flight, by the way, which was cheaper than economy because economy was going to cost £900. Business for 2 adults from Spain to London was £600. And I don't know if that's a good deal or not. But anyway, that's by the by. They're home, they're self-isolating, and then lockdown happens and I'm just having all of these feelings, like my stomach is going mad just thinking about it. I'm having all of these feelings and I was like, right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up my book and read and just escape. So that's what I did. I'm currently in the middle of Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. We're finally talking about the book 4 minutes later. I'm in the middle of Elantris by Brandon Sanderson and I am on page, I want to say like 214. I'm on page 214 of this and I just wasn't feeling it. I am enjoying it. I originally picked this up for the Elderlingalong, which was so fun to say. That's the first time I've said it and I have until next Tuesday to read it and that's not going to cut it. That's not going to fly with me, so I'm screwed. Yeah, I am really enjoying it. I just don't feel in the mood for it. So because I wasn't feeling in the mood for it, I went for another option. That is The Fireman by Joe Hill. Because when you need to escape from a pandemic, what do you pick up? A book about a pandemic. Smart. BRB, toilet break, I'm so out of practice. And I'm back. Hello. So, what was I saying? Yes, I'm in the middle of these 2 books. I started this one last night. It is Wednesday the 25th of March, I think. Started this one last night, made a tiny wee bit of progress, and I'm currently like 200 or so pages into this one. This one I am really enjoying. As I said, I picked it up for the Elderlingalong. I don't think I'm going to finish it in time. However, I am really enjoying it and it is One of those that I'm taking ages to read, because when I am reading it, I'm not making very much progress because there is so much to take in, I feel. But I'm really like savouring everything that I'm taking in, and I'm really loving, is it Serene or Serena? I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but I'm really loving the female lead in this. And the prince, actually, at the moment turned out to be a very wise man. So onto The Fireman by Joe Hill. As I said before, pandemic book, because clearly that will help me in how I'm feeling right now. But yes, I started reading this one last night, and I had picked it up before and read a few pages, and I remembered those, and it kind of brought that back to me. But this, I actually sent pictures of my, like, a quote that I'd seen, and I'm gonna try and find it actually. There, okay, so I seen this, and I thought this spoke volumes, and it kind of made me want to read on a little bit more. So if you don't mind, we will settle in to a little bit of a reading sprint, a little bit of a reading exercise. I don't know what to call it, but anyway, this is from page 10 of The Fireman by Joe Hill. So I don't understand why someone carrying it would get on a bus or a plane. Maybe they were afraid of being quarantined. The idea of being kept away from your loved ones is scarier than the sickness for a lot of people. No one wants to die alone. Yeah, that's right. Why die alone when you can have company? Nothing says I love you like passing along a horrible fatal infection to your nearest and dearest. He brought her a glass of golden wine. If I'd had it, I'd rather die than give it to you. That put you at risk. I think it would actually be easier to end my own life knowing I was doing it to keep other people safe. I can't imagine anything more irresponsible than going around with something like that. How easy is it to catch that stuff? It's transmitted like athlete's foot, isn't it? As long as you wash your hands and don't walk around the gym in bare feet, you're fine. So, I've seen a lot of people on social media talking about what's going on in the world right now, and this was published several years ago now, and it is about a pandemic where people contract this virus that ends up giving them like scales almost, that then burst into flames or burst into smoke, and the person basically dies, essentially burns to a crisp. Our main female lead, Harper, she is on the front line of this, and it makes you really take a step back and think, you're right, I wouldn't want to pass that on to someone, but at the same time, nobody wants to die alone. It's a horrible catch-22 to be in, and I thought when I read that excerpt, I was like, this is definitely not appropriate for right now, but here I am reading it, and I'm on page 35. So yes, I am enjoying it so far. I feel like it's going to get very weird very fast because it is Joe Hill, and he's the son of Stephen King, and I feel like they kind of have a similar writing style. I'm not sure, this is my first Joe Hill, but it really made me think, it really made me wonder about what's going on right now, but I don't really want to talk about that. That is what I'm currently reading. In terms of, I knocked my glasses, that's not very smart. In terms of other things at the moment, Dan's been knitting. I probably shouldn't share that with the internet without his permission, but Dan has been knitting. He is very proud of his creation, and I am very proud of his perseverance. He has been trying to knit, and he's doing really, really well. He's doing much better than I ever could. I did try a few years ago and I gave up. But I did find a cross-stitch kit that I was doing, and it is a chart of a Harry Potter pillow sampler from Cloud's Factory, and I picked that one back up, and all I'd done originally was the golden snitch in the middle. Since then I've almost completed one of the pages out of like 12 and I've only got 4 of them, which is like the middle band, so this could be very, very interesting as to where it goes. But anyway, that's been very therapeutic. I spent pretty much all Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon, I think it was, spent all Sunday afternoon stitching, and Dan was knitting, and we were just watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine in the background, and it was very, very nice. And yeah, that is where I'm currently at with my reading and what I've been up to, and hopefully this will be the start of my booktube return. I don't know what's happening in the world right now in terms of, I mean, I do know what's happening in the world, but I don't know what's happening in terms of how long this situation's going to go on, how my work's going to go, because I'm currently working from home, Dan's working from home. We are hoping that neither side of our professional jobs dry up, because that would be catastrophic. Yeah, that is how I'm currently feeling. So that is it for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below what you have been reading, what you've been up to. Was this a generic catch-up, or was this me rambling for 10 minutes straight? I'm going to say rambling, but if you have a look in the description down below, there will be a link to all of my social media channels. go say hi, go have a follow, add me as a friend on any of those. That's more than fine. I love making new friends on the internet, and I promise that's not as creepy as it sounds, although it does sound really creepy. Yes, let me know in the comments down below what you've been reading, and I shall speak to you all soon with another video, which will probably be a book haul of the books that I found in this room that I haven't actually hauled yet, because there's loads downstairs, or sequels I want to read, books I want to read. Basically, there's a lot I want to read and not a lot of reading going on, so I need to get a move on. But yes, let me know what you're reading in the comments down below, and I shall speak to you all soon. Bye!